Today's video is going to be about 5 things that have changed in my life that has drastically improved the way I do things because I've lost over 100 pounds. I went from 305 to 199 in a little over a year and a half. So these concepts are not going to be anything mind-blowing, but they're just things that have absolutely helped me in what I'm trying to achieve in my life. So if you have not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so. Make sure you hit the like button so you can get updates on the content that we're providing. So the first item that we want to talk about on the list of 5 things that have changed since I've lost over 100 pounds is overall size. Just having an overall size presence that's larger than what most people is can be cumbersome. You don't move as well, you don't move as fast, and then just, I have a son that's 15 right now, and just being that size, is that the example that I wanted to show him? Is that the lifestyle that I wanted to have him accept? No, just so you know up front, that's not what I wanted, so we had to change it. So that's the first one. The second one is we're going to talk about fit. And whenever we talk about fit, we are going to talk about clothing on this one, is that just your clothes fit better whenever you're at a smaller size. Always, okay, so I'm going to tell you I'm 6'1", and I have short legs and a large torso. It's great for swimming, but for clothes type, it's not. So whenever I was at 305 pounds, I was at a 42-inch waist and a 29-inch inseam. Every now and then I'd creep up into the 44-inch waist just because of clothes or the top, how it fit, whatever the excuse was, it was a 44. And now that I've lost this weight, I'm now at a 34. I haven't bought any 32s yet, but I probably could get into a 32 now. But once again, fit. I've also, kind of funny thing is my pant size, my inseam has gotten longer because now I'm probably wearing my pants on my waist where I should be versus where whenever I was at a 42 inch, I was letting them creep down lower and lower because my belly was getting lower and lower. So that's pants. Now let's talk about shirts. So my shirt size, I was wearing a 3X at 305 pounds. So now I'm at a large, and they fit great. I like how they fit. They look good on me. I feel comfortable in them, and it's quite different type of shape whenever you talk about a 3X and a large. My 3X's, it was started at the shoulders and it went straight down. My larges actually taper a little bit and actually have a little more form fitting to them, and they fit nicely. So also neck size. I was at a 19.5-inch neck whenever I was at 305 pounds. I mean, it was pretty much earlobes neck. And so that was tough whenever you're talking about trying to find a dress shirt that you need to wear, wearing a tie at work. All those things have an impact whenever you're at that size and at a 19.5-inch neck. So with number 3, we're going to talk about how we fit in a vehicle or fit in amusement park rides. So my truck, I always was kind of tight in my vehicle because I felt like it was my size. I always made the excuse of, once again, you heard me say it a minute ago, short legs, long torso. So whenever I was at 305 pounds, my head rubbed the roof of my truck because I felt like it was going to have this long torso. Well, after I lost a little bit of weight and then I kept losing weight, I kept like, man, I fit in my truck a lot better. And then I realized that, well, I had probably some weight to lose in my rear end also, which allowed me to shrink down a little bit. And obviously you can tell my head is also shrunk too. And so that allowed for some more room. So now I fit my truck really nicely. I feel like it's a great vehicle. I'm not uncomfortable in it. I used to not like going on long road trips because of the fact that I would just didn't fit well in it. Then getting on a plane, good Lord, let's talk about that. Well, I always felt like here I am, this big burly guy, and my seat, and I had to always wonder if I needed to sit on the aisle because it would give me more shoulder room on one side, and then every time the stewardess or steward would come up and bump me in my shoulder with the carts because I stuck out so far. These are all problems that I had. So now whenever I got on a plane this last time, I mean, I didn't care if I had an aisle or window seat, a middle seat, it didn't matter. I just was glad to be on the plane going somewhere to enjoy family. So the concern of that was over. So amusement park ride. Kind of a sad scenario, but it's a true one. So if we're gonna be transparent, just might as well give it all to you. My son and I went to, and Renee, my wife, we went to an amusement park here in Texas at San Antonio, and I had to get out of line because once I got to the ride, I didn't fit. They couldn't close the apparatus over my barrel and chest and my belly because I was so large. And that's, you know, that's embarrassing because you don't want to ever have to, in front of your son, not be able to do something that you should be able to do, but you're making a lifestyle choice to stay the size that you are whenever you know there's something that you can do. So we went, this is a success part of this is that we went back to it and I got on that ride, I rode with him, and that was pretty awesome. So, all right, let's talk about number 4. Number 4 I say is cost. And the reason I say cost is because let's just talk about one item of cost. So food. So I was spending a lot of money on food because 1, I didn't have the energy to cook at home. 2, I didn't want to cook at home because once again I didn't have the energy. And then, so the other aspect of that was I was spending a lot more money because I would, once again, I'm still going to the grocery store. Renee would go to the grocery store with me, or I would go, and we would buy groceries, and we were buying junk. We were buying stuff that we probably should have been eating, but we weren't eating because we were going out because we were too tired to actually, do the cooking itself once we got home. I didn't have the energy. So we were paying for food that we bought at the grocery store, didn't cook it, so we ended up throwing it out. Plus, we were going out to eat, which is already expensive, and so now it's a double whammy on that. So once we decided that we were going to eat healthy, we really focused on what we bought at the grocery store was what we were going to eat, and we made sure that we were going to prepare it the right way. That didn't happen right away. It happened over time, and we transitioned into understanding how to shop at the grocery store. Let's talk about some cost also with some of those things is clothing. So my clothing cost did go up a little bit just because of the fact that I had to get rid of some wardrobe items, a lot of them, and then actually buy stuff that I could wear that fit and was flattering and I felt good in and felt comfortable in and felt proud of what I've done. And I did this in several phases. As I lost weight, I would throw out clothes that didn't fit. And I wouldn't say clothes, throw out, but I'd donate them. And then I would buy new clothing that was fitting the size that I was at. And I try to not do this really a lot. I did it whenever it was just necessary, and I bought the minimal at that time. Now I'm at a point where I feel like if I go buy any type of clothing, it would be stuff that I could wear for quite some time. Even though I do still have about 15 pounds that I would like to lose, and that will happen because I know the plan, I know how to stay to it. So I was drinking quite a bit of sodas at that time whenever I was at 305 pounds. Renee says a lot more than what I say, but she's probably closer to the accurate number. So I quit buying sodas. I started drinking water, which is, that has a whole nother effect to your body, but I wasn't spending all that money on sodas that I was drinking every day. So that reduced some of our cost style. I want to be able to go and do stuff. I want to go, like the other day I had a friend come down. We went to Colorado Bend State Park. We went and hiked, and we went and had fun and did all those things that I wanted to do before, but I just didn't have the energy. So my lifestyle has changed to where I'm more active. So that's a natural cost to me because of the fact that it's not going out to eat. Instead of whenever a friend comes over, hey, let's go out to eat dinner. Instead of doing that, hey, let's go take a hike. Let's go look at this. because we have the energy to go do those things now versus just, golly, man, I'm really wore out. Let's just go out to eat dinner. So really, lifestyle change is a big one too. Now, you've heard me talk about the several parts and several ways throughout this, the 1 through 4. So the 5th item that we're going to talk about today is going to be energy. And that's really the culmination of all of this, is that we have the energy now to do the things that we want to do. When we get home from work, we can sit there and make dinner and have a family conversation and entertain ourselves with game nights and have conversations instead of just trying to get to the couch so we can take a nap before dinner. These are all little things that change whenever you start losing weight because you're not having to carry that excess weight. I have the energy now to work out in the morning. I get up every morning about 4:45, and at 5 o'clock, 5:05, I'm lifting weights. I'm doing I do CrossFit. It's kind of a weird thing to say. I'm a CrossFitter. I'm not for sure how that sounds, but that's what I like to do. I like the functional movements of that. It keeps it interesting. So with that being said, I have the energy to do that at 5 o'clock in the morning and then sustain the rest of the day to be able to do the things that I need to do to get my job done, to do these extra little things that I enjoy doing, sharing our story. So it's just having that level of energy. I sleep better. My goodness. Now, before I slept most of the night, but I'd wake up and toss and turn, and because it's uncomfortable or whatever. Not anymore. I sleep great through the night, and that's a new concept. Whenever you start losing weight, start feeling better. Well, it just kind of builds on itself. It's a cycle. So, also, when we go on vacation, I'm not looking for the restaurants. I'm not looking for what's where we're going to eat. I'm not looking at all that. I'm looking at what activities can we go do. I want to go hiking. I want to go to a museum. I want to go look at this or that. And it all requires moving about. I don't have to go, golly, man, I want to just get to the hotel so I can just sleep. I want to go see what the city has to offer or the place has to offer. And that's a new deal that I haven't always had this last 15 years of being overweight. Well, 18 years. But it's really changed how you look at vacation because you really want to go out and do some things outside of just getting to the hotel, going to eat dinner, going to eat lunch. It's not evolving around meals, it's evolving around what you enjoy doing. And so that's really important to us. So with those 5 things, I know that that's a lot. I've shared some stories and some insights to what we're doing. I also want you to understand is that I want you to comment below, share some of the things that maybe you've changed since you've lost weight. Even if it's 10 pounds, even if it's 50 pounds, if it's 100 pounds, 150 pounds, share below. It'll be right down there. Make sure you share your information. I want to make sure that to see if maybe I can relate to it, to see where you're at in your journey. So hopefully this will give you some more information on what has changed for us or for me during this journey of health. Hope to see you out there. Have a great afternoon.